Hello, farmers. River here, and I am back for another episode of Goldcrest Valley by Stiffi. And I was doing a little bit of video prep when I dumped this guy over. Oops. So I think what I want to do is hop into, not that guy, this guy, since he's close by. What I was getting ready to do is head down to field 30 and get that harvested. There's some, I forget what's in that field right this minute, but I'm going to plant some soybeans. Soybeans are just the money-making crop, it seems like. Feels that way. Like I said, maybe one day we'll do a little cost-benefit comparison, like a per-acre yield, which, from what I understand when I looked into it a little bit, can vary from map to map. So I don't know how much, it's not like, can I not attach? Never mind. So I guess we're not going to use this guy after all. Let's go get in this guy. We got our animal. Whoa. Forgot that guy was there. Yeah, I was just putting, it's usually what I do after the episodes. It's a little boring. Get the equipment put away and move on to the next thing. I guess we can just bring this guy down there, can't we? So that'll kind of work out. But we got a big harvest ahead of us. Little harvest here. Get this guy replanted. I figured this might make a whole episode for us. Now we're wasting. Oh, look at that. Now what's going on? Interesting. So it's close enough that it's, I don't know what to do here. Let's get out of this guy. I think I'm just going to have to try to push that thing. The loader might be able to push it. I could probably back right into that trailer. Look, it's pretty attached, isn't it? Huh. Well, go Giants go, I thought it was weird the way it fell over. It's, I guess there's no way I'm going to get it attached, right? If there was any way of that. I might just have to reset this thing back down to the shop. There's no way, I don't think, if I pull up here. Alright, let's come in here. I'm just going to have to reset it and then run down there and go get it, which is kind of okay. It's sort of on the way. Let's go this way. Yeah, see, I don't think it'll be in here, will it? Maybe. Huh. Yeah, there was a header. Not that header. Did I miss it? I was going awful fast, but... Oh, there it was. Alright, well, there we go. So let me loop this guy around. I'm going to take this guy down to the shop, and then I'll bring the header out to the field, so I'll just fast forward through that. I was going to drive one camera anyway down there, because I got to get over that bridge. Let's see how well that goes with this thing. Or should I probably should just go around. We got our other tractor all ready to go with the seeds in it. Seeds and fertilizer all filled up. So, all right, I'll see you back down on the field when I got the header and the combine down there. And I'm going to have to get the tipper tractor trailer down there as well. I'll talk to you before the harvest starts. Alright guys, I've got it down here, and I think I'm going to course play this guy while I chase him. So let me field work. Sorry, I had a mental moment there. Alright, field 30. We are in the northeast. We are facing west, and I don't think I need a headland. And let's get him started. I need to unfold, okay. I'll tell you, driving this guy down the road is like driving a house down the road. He's big. So let's make sure that we got our straw swath enabled. Looks like it is. But we're doing canola, so I don't think there's any point in that, but whatever, drive course. Let's make sure he gets off to a good start. And then I want to jump over to this guy and get him down here. Spin around right here. I think I'll make it. Yep. Get him down there and get some canola in. Get the pigs fed. I guess we could feed the pigs with this thing, huh? Now, just out of curiosity, let's see how well we can get over that bridge with this guy. Whoa. I think I just destroyed some crops. Let's see. It's not so much for this one field, but it'll be nice to know that I can get across the bridge. You know, just, it's going to be, if we start up these farms down here, it's going to be quite a few trips. I don't really remember. Did we go across this bridge last time? I would think this guy wouldn't have a big problem. Yeah, this guy, with that combine, that's a different kind of story, isn't it? Yeah, see, it's good to know, because that takes a little bit of pressure off. So that guy's only 23% full. Is he running down crops? He stopped before. I think he might have hit the crops now. Yeah, might as well get him unloaded, huh? Look at that course. That's not a very good course. Seems like he's a little bit too, let's see if we can't reset that a bit. Stop, buddy. Stop. Let's back him all the way up to, of course, we need to go back down to the end here. Probably not even, well, it might be worth it. Sometimes I wonder if resetting it's even worth it with the extra time it might take. So let's close this guy. Back to field 30. Let's hit 10.6. Let's see what he does with 10.6. For a second, I want these things back on. See, it might not really make any difference. So, see, if he doesn't make up a whole row in what he's doing, then it's not like it really saved. If you got to go back and forth across the field 10 times, does it really matter? You know, unless you save that extra trip, it doesn't really matter if you're, you know, if you didn't really save that much, I guess is the point. Because you still have to go down that partial row kind of thing. Doesn't matter whether the last row is full or partial. Now, if you if you save going down a couple rows, that'll save you some time and money. But there we go. So let me fast forward the rest of this, and you know, we'll get this field in, and pretty shortly here you'll see me go and get the seeder. But I'll let this guy get a bit further ahead before I do that. Oh, I gotta get fertilized first too, huh? You know what? Why don't we set that up? I decided that because, you know, we have enough money now, and the weeding, it's really, I don't know. I think weeding should be done shortly after a crop is sown. It's not going to be done on full-fledged crop, so I think we're going to get a little more realistic with that. So let's get back over into this guy. I'm actually going to leave that right there. Oops, that's probably not the best place to leave that. I shall see in a minute. Now, before too long, I don't really, part of the reason for using the weeder was because of the tram lines that this guy was leaving. Now, in this particular case, we don't care because we're doing it beforehand. Ooh. What's going on there? Huh. There we go. Okay, so this guy's full of fertilizer anyway. Somehow, I guess when I hit it, I drove it into the ground, and the ground got a hold of it, I suppose. So let me get this guy over there, and then we can maybe use that other tractor to pull this. This guy's just faster running back and forth. Crashed there trying to turn the microphone back on. Anyway, here we are. So we got 37,700 canolas from that. I guess, do we get canola or canolas? I guess it's just canola. We are just out of control here. Nice. It's been a while since I actually got one of them to hit me. They usually have been pretty good about stopping. That guy didn't see me coming, I guess. Couldn't imagine why. Yeah, I like full throttle. This truck and trailer combination, though, don't like full throttle as much as I do. I've had many spin outs. And it's Giant's fault. Because some of these vehicles you could just corner in a completely unrealistic way. So I get used to having it hammered down. So let's pull in here and drop off a wee bit of this in here. There we go. So that's nice. We get them up to snuff fully, I guess. Pretty much. I don't know if you remember the last episode. I fed the animals and we didn't have any canola, sugar beets, or, I'm sorry, canola, sunflowers, or soybeans. We were just dead out of all of those. So this will give us a little bit, hold us over, keep the pigs happy. They had some anyway, but let me park this guy back in his place. And we'll jump back down to tractor number 2. And I want to check something out. See, now, this is the negative thing about a big, huge sprayer. There's no way it's going to be worth, doing that. So what I might just try to do is just see if we can't cover the gap. We'll just cheat this guy over a little bit, Looks like it's wet down the other side, so let's see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. It's not going to kill us to have a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's getting it all wet, right? Yeah, we'll see. See if we have a line on the map when we get all done. Let's close that guy. And get rid of that. Yeah, so I think I don't know that I'm going to weed anymore on this map. But we also may look into a different sprayer setup. As a matter of fact, I also want to drag this guy. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to fill him up with fertilizer when we get done. Because he leaves tram lines. And I would think that if that tractor doesn't leave tram lines, this guy shouldn't leave tram lines. But I do want to run down there real quick because it's been so long, a month or two, since I even tried this guy, that I want to see if maybe I didn't pick the thin wheels, and we'll go ahead and buy the thin wheels if that's the case. Alright, but anyway, yeah, this will cut my fertilizing time in half, which when it's 2 hours, it's kind of too much. So real quick, let's run down to the shop. Should I stay on this? Yeah, I should stay just in the back here, shouldn't I? Let's head down there. I'll meet you down there. Alright, now let's see if we can customize this guy. Now, see, no upgrades available, but he leaves kind of big tram lines. Let's just go back. I don't really want to waste that fertilizer he's got. Let's hit P. Let's get back. Let's hit R. No, yeah, I gotta move. Sorry. Alright, so we could sell this guy for $56,000. What are our other options now that we are here? I don't know if I want to do anything this moment. Sprayers. Where the heck sprayers? There we go. And I don't know if I... Yeah, I mean, that guy would be nice, but... you know, don't have that much money. Might look for a modded sprayer between episodes. I mean, or we may just start using this and deal with the tram lines and such is life kind of thing. We'll see. I don't have a problem with the tram lines, but again, the logic being that why would your sprayer leave tram lines if your tractor did? So it leads me to not want to use this big huge thing, which means the big huge thing's kind of not been sitting there the whole time. So we'll see. As you can see, I left the, maybe you didn't notice when we were fast forward, I just left that combine down here by the fields. Pretty shortly here we'll be fast forwarding and, you know, good enough. We'll just start on these fields down here. But we do have to run back and get the seeder. So we'll go park this guy back on the farm and get the seeder out and get this field taken care of. Get some soybeans planted. Should we leave this down here too? Yeah, why not? Guess I'm just feeling lazy tonight or something. That's good enough for now. What's happening is the farm operations are moving away from up here. Especially as I get that field 30 all the way down there. We're awful far away, aren't we? Let's get a little closer. That's probably too close, but it'll work for now. There we go. Alright, so we're all full of soybean seeds. And get down there, we're fertilized. We should probably take a look at that map. Alright, we're going to beat the red car. Yeah, no problem. We're going to cut in front of them a little closer. Don't do that in real life. It's a good way to die. Well, I guess if you're in a huge tractor carrying a huge piece of equipment, you probably don't want to go around and turn that fast to begin with. Or like that. 34 miles an hour around a turn like that. Alright, here we are again. Get this field taken care of. I know it doesn't need to be plowed because that was our first crop off of this field. This guy unfolding. And I'm going to do this one manually. Or, you know, GPS-y. Let's get the GPS back on. And let's get our map back up there. And let's auto adjust. Width is 9. Yeah, that should be about right. Sometimes I go under it. Let's go a little bit under it. Move this guy all the way back now that we did that. That should be pretty good. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. I don't know. I guess it's this course play started beeping. I don't really know why I got so much beeping going on with these. I don't know the Giants. Maybe Giants did an update. I didn't really notice that. So, all right, good. Well, we're planting soybeans. I will once again talk to you when we get to the end of the field. But soybeans just seem to be the crop that stays up there in price. You know what? Let's get done this row. I want to look at that. We don't have to get done the row. Let's look at this. I just want to see, did we do a good job fertilizing? Yeah, see. Yeah, no, we did, actually. So it looks like our little maneuver there, at least on this graphic, seems to have worked. Good. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys. Animals, we've got an hour to get our next cow, and we're now getting a sheep about every day. So That'll speed that up pretty good. Alright, so let me get this field done, and I'll talk to you sometime soon. Alright, well, there's another field done. Let's take a look at it on the map. Why not? And it looks nice from here, huh? There we go. Got a few spots. I think that's where that guy hit the ground. Like, when he was spinning around, I think he killed a few crops right there. But in any event, I think we are more or less done for the day. You know, I don't know that there's a whole lot more I'd want to do before I fast forward some time here. How's our finances looking? For today, not so great. 12,000. Yesterday, oh, look at all these minuses. So we still got this big loan debt. So overall, we are still in the hole, but we made it through another day. We're not going bankrupt. And I guess the other thing we could look at, let's go back to that real quick. Is there anything worth selling? I don't really want to sell that canola, even though the prices are kind of high on it, aren't they? Now, we do have the sugar beets, which is kind of interesting, but I have those for the pigs. I don't know that I'm ever going to use that many, but I think I'm going to hold off and not sell that. We don't have any of these. The stuff we have a bunch of, you know, this is not a bad price here for these things, but we'll see. We'll just try to get it up into the green there. And then corn, the other thing that I'd be willing to sell some of, maybe a truckload. We don't have any of that. So I think we'll just go with the status quo for now. And tomorrow we'll have some soybeans and some other things that we can sell. And what I'm going to do now is go to sleep for the night. But before I do, we'll drag this guy. Let's turn the GPS off. We'll drag this guy back home and, you know, get all ready for tomorrow, which will be a big harvest. So I don't think this is the end of the episode. It hasn't been that long with all the fast forwarding. So what I'll do is cut the video here, probably tomorrow morning while I'm having my coffee. We'll see how it goes. I'm quite a few videos ahead of real life at this point, so I don't like to get too far ahead of you guys. Any event, so I'll get this set up and then see you back in the morning, both literally and figuratively. Not figuratively, both in-game and not, most likely. Let's get up here and how do these animals look? It's usually judged by how much corn sitting out here. Yeah, that's right, we got the up top thing there. I'm just going to park this guy here for the moment. didn't do a very good job of smoothing that out right there, did we? We're not going to need him first thing. All right, there we go. So I will hop out here. I will fast forward some time, and I will come back after I've rested in real life, and we'll see about getting some harvest in. I was going to say sunflowers, and it turned into, you know. So we'll get the harvest in tomorrow morning, and then we'll talk about, probably in an episode after that, we'll talk about turning these into grass fields. Well, we'll talk about it, you know. Probably do that the next episode. So, all right. I hope you guys, well, I'll see you in a second. Good morning, farmers. And I am back. It is 7:45 in real time, and I fast forwarded to 6 a.m. in game time. I also, even though it might not have caught up with us yet, took care of the animals, so their cleanliness dropped greatly. And so, but they are actually clean right now. And they still have plenty of stuff, so we're in good shape. Looks like we got another cow. It'll be about another day before we get the final one. I think we've made 7, and I completely kind of lost track of the sheep, though we made another sheep. I think we just had 40 before I fast forwarded, so we'll have another one before the end of the day. So we're well on our way to getting my last achievement in Farm Sim, somewhat legitimately. I guess, you know, I think fast forwarding time is part of the game. So in any event, as you can probably tell, our crops have grown. If we take a look at that, there we go. I was looking to see, I can't tell if they're going to need to be plowed. So there's no doubt we have to plow field 16. And I'm thinking we're due to plow these other fields, but we'll find out as soon as we start to harvest. So you can see they're all in the yellow stage, first harvest, and this one got himself up to green. If we go back to fertilization, we will have to fertilize this field. And like I said, probably before we do that, I'm going to get away from doing the weeder thing, just for the sake of time, if nothing else. So we're going to have to fertilize all these fields again, and I just don't want to spend 2 hours at a pop. So even if we take some crop destruction with the tram lines, I'm okay with it. We'll see. We'll see. I wish we could do small tram lines, and then I want to see, like, it was very unforgiving in the past. You couldn't ever get in the same tram lines, which in a real farming situation you could. You end up with like roads through your crops if you fertilized more than once. But fortunately, we'll only have to fertilize each field once because of the way the new system works. In the old system with the soil mod, it was a little bit different, where you had to potentially go over the same field multiple times before the harvest was in. But so we may end up with some tram lines, but hey, you know what? If you're going to spray and fertilize, that's realistic. So, well, what I thought I'd do is, since field 26 needs to be fertilized, plowed, I figured that it would probably be best to get started right away on it. So let's hop in here. We have soybeans in that field, so we're not going to have to worry about windrow, but we are going to have to get that fertilizer. So I thought, well, let's hook this guy up first. And we'll get him over there and get him started. Then we'll come back to the little blue tractor there and get that header is going to be in the way, or the header trailer is going to be in the way. So, where do I want to start? Let's go start down the other end, just because that building's near this end, and I don't feel like trying to drive around it. I don't think it makes too much difference. Usually I try to, we'll have to drive around the crops. I usually try to do it where I'm, I can cut across the field to get right back to the silo, but that won't make too much difference. Alright, so let's come up here and get a course play guy set up. I'll be doing a lot of course play like I did in the other one. So let's get to field 26. Went too far. I like to go too far. I seem to do fine on that other field with 10.6, so we're going to try that again. There seems to be some improvements with with the course play. So we are in the southeast corner. We are facing west, and we don't need a headland, but we got to watch out down that other end. Maybe we do one headland. Let's do a headland. Kind of makes a bit of a mess of some other things, but it'll probably keep me off of those rocks, and it'll most likely keep me away from that building a bit too. So we'll see how it goes. So we want to go around clockwise. Let's calculate the course, and since we're doing a headland, we want to clean this mess up a bit. And we are doing, this is, yeah, that's soybeans. So I didn't lie to you. Okay, we can unfold first. And just for a second, I'll put this on just so I can kind of see what's what. There we go. If you guys don't know what that noise is, that means another episode is ready to upload. That's what I would have got. It's been a couple hours just to give you guys an idea. I got 2 videos ready, running on each computer. And between all the stuff you have to do, it took about 2 hours. No, it's only, yeah, about close to 2 hours. It was just before 6 o'clock I woke up. Now it's just before 8 o'clock. So it takes a while. I enjoy the process for the most part, other than I really wanted to get in here and get on the farm, and kind of had to wait. That's all right. I did a little exercise. That's one thing about being a computer programmer and playing video games as much as I do. And getting older. I'd encourage anybody who's a bit younger than me to just get out there and move your body a little bit each day. I don't think it matters what you do. Find something you enjoy. If you hate exercising like I do, it's, as you get a little bit older, I think it makes a huge difference just in how you feel. Like when you're young, you can, I could go drinking all night and pretty much feel good the next morning. Nowadays that's not so true anymore. Let's just put it that way. So I guess I didn't have to run all the way back here, but hey, why not? So we'll get this tractor trailer up over there. He should be able, I bet you he can make it darn near all the way around that field. And real nice thing about the inspector mod that I have, which is what's showing me that stuff on the top, is that we can keep an eye on how full he is. So we'll get this guy set up here. This time I'll just jump over. All right, I want to get this where it's, well, this is probably out of the way enough, and then I can, yeah, I'll put the header on here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I want to disconnect that. Oh, I disconnected my bucket. Let's get to this. And we will see how well this guy does with this guy. And really, we could get him doing that field, or we could go do the field ourselves, huh? Why don't we head over to field 30 and get that sprayed up. And then that way that's off the list. And then by the time, we can bounce back and forth, emptying the soybeans and getting field 30 sprayed. And, yeah. So we get another harvest. We could definitely use the money, that's for sure. So let's see. Let's do a little quick calculation there. 30% to get down to that corner means that, for the most part, he should make it all the way around. Because if it's another 30% coming back and another, I don't know, 15%, he should be good to go to get all the way around. Let's see, that guy harvested his field. That was ripe last time we looked. All right, let's get this guy unfolding. Let's get our GPS on. Use the course play so we can do this. 26.4, that's not right. I know 28.1 seemed like a good number. 28, I think, is the real number. Let's do 28.2. Yeah, so this tractor doesn't leave tram lines, but the weeder does, or the fertilizer does. And it just, that rubs me as wrong, It just seems to me that they either both should or they both shouldn't. All right, let's close this. Let's close that to there. Let's back up a bit. How are we doing? Yeah, soybean guy should be busy. I imagine we can get a row done here. No, he's not leaving tram lines. Now, do I have crop destruction turned off? Or am I just not seeing tram lines? Or am I just making stuff up as I go? Maybe when I first did it, I didn't have these wheels on the tractor. Well, good. I'm glad to see it's not creating tram lines. Sort of. I wish it would create little tram lines. And I wish there was a way that you could follow pretty darn close to the same tram lines if it ever came up. But I think I said that earlier, so. Alright, well let me start fast forwarding until, I don't know, till we get the harvest in or the plowing started. Actually, I could probably get that plowing started pretty shortly. So let's keep talking. I don't want the video to go on too long and have to split it into two parts, and the fast forwarding keeps the video length down. So if I can combine all my talking to things that are relevant rather than just rattling on. Alright, let's get this guy lined up for the next row, but then yeah, so I guess I just made that up in my head, or maybe it could have been a bug that they fixed or something, who knows. Alright, so let's jump over to this guy and see. Yes, that guy's at 67%. See him beyond the building there? Here he comes. What's he doing? Is he going to hit that building? No, he's kind of missed some stuff, but live with that. We can always, it's kind of used to cleaning up after these guys, so when he gets around the corner, we can get him emptied. We can start getting our plow down the other end. Well, yeah, let's get another row in, because another row, and then I can, when he's down that other end, I'll clean up the corner if there's any mess down there, and then I can get the plow started, because he should have no problem staying ahead of the plow. Oh no, I can't plow because I need to fertilize first. Alright, well let me fast forward, and I'll come back when it gets a little bit more exciting than chasing this guy around. Uh-huh. Well, that didn't work. Alright, let's get on the, Sorry. Shift, not control. 4, 5, 6. We'll get on all our... Oops, let's turn the radio off, so... Well, I get copyright strikes anyway. I probably should just play the radio for you guys. But the strikes that I get are, you know, guys who've kind of set it up to take all the money for the video, as opposed to... I'm going to try to do this, sorry. Just want to get this corner cleaned up. Seems like he did a poor job and stopped before he should have. So I don't know how well he's going to do this. Can't really see what's happening from the... At least I got some of it there. So I'll get this guy heading back the other way. Hopefully it's just sort of bad timing. I wanted to get that thing unloaded. So let's put it down here again. See if I can go fairly straight this way and then back it up. This is a problem with this thing. There we go. I really want to get rid of this course play. It's not really meant to back up, is it? We're just going to do the best we can. Unrealistic as it may be. So let's get him around. Alright, let's see what happens if we drive the course again. Yeah, it looks like he got it all. Alright, well, he's likely to have problems the whole way. I might have to redo it with a couple headlands. Or let's do that now. You know what, now that I think about it. Alright, let's stop him. Let's clear that. Let's go back to field 26. Now we're going to do let's do 3 headlands. But we're going to switch this right here so that arrow is facing back. So it'll do the rows first. And then it will do the around it that way. We don't mess up our crops and our harvest. So there we go. So now we have what, 3 headlands. So we want to get down to the other end. So let's just see if we can't plow this. There's no point. Let's lift it up and shoot down, because he'll come back and do this when he does his around and arounds. So hopefully that's enough extra. It certainly will get him away from the rocks a bit. How is our soybean guy doing? He's doing wonderful. Shortly we'll be able to do a little more fertilization. So let's get this guy down here. Might as well put that down. He'll mess up all the corners this way, but whatever. Alright, so we should be good. Let's make sure he gets a good start. Yeah, hopefully that'll be better. We'll see. Give him a chance to get down the other end. Let's get into this guy and see. I think this guy's, yeah, he's down here. So let's might as well empty him while we're here. Get the sprayer guy going. Yep. Oops. One. Alright, I guess I'm back in business. Well, let's see what happens. I'll stay talking to you until we get that plowing done down there. See how we make out with the change we just made. Other than that, we just got a lot of harvesting to do. Alright, so he's empty. Get him tucked in here. I think I can maybe get away with 2 rows if this guy's not on 2 fertilizer rows. Let's hop down back to this guy. See what he does. So are we on a... Are we going to go... No, we're not going to go around. So let's just see what he does here. We'll get all ready to... Just, yeah, see, I don't... well, we'll see. Yeah, they definitely made some improvements on all this, so... Yeah, that was... Is he just going to sit there going in a circle? Let's stop. Go the other way. Yeah, it looks like he's going to make a mess out of this, isn't he? But he'll do a lot of the work. We'll just have to clean up. I think he'll do better once he gets away from those rocks. So let's get this guy spraying. All right, well there you go. So looks like we're going to struggle with the course play a bit, but if you let that upset you too much, you shouldn't use course play. That's all I can say, because if you're given the chance to course play mess up, they generally will a bit. So, all right, let me keep going. Well, that didn't last too long, did it? By fast forwarding. If you look up ahead, I think my plow guy has smoked some crack cocaine or methamphetamines or something pretty strong there, you know, maybe LSD. So I think I'm going to have to fire him and hire somebody else or do it myself, because he doesn't seem to have gotten the idea of plowing. So let's stop before we get in his way. We'll come back to this. Let's jump out. Okay, let's just jump in here so he doesn't run us over. Alright, so let's stop the driver. A little disappointing if he doesn't get this right, isn't it? So let's see. So I guess the issue, as much as anything, is he's not making that turn tight enough. Let's see, is there any kind of setting we can make? Turning circle at 7 meters. And what are we at here? 6. So let's just see if we can't shrink that down to 6. See if that helps. Let's put that down. And we'll see what he does when he gets to the other end. And then probably going to cut the video here. Just, I think it's about the right length. And rather than just recording everything like I have been doing. So let's get over here and finish this guy off. And then we'll jump down there and see what he does. How's our soybeans doing? 69%. Let's go empty the soybeans while we're waiting for him as well. Or is he on his way back up this way? Let's see in a second. I think he might be on his way back up here. Can't see the other end of the field. That's where is he at? Yeah, he's coming back this way. He'll be fine. He might, if he fills up, he fills up. So let's hop back over to this guy and see if that little adjustment doesn't help. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If you just can't make the turn, you just can't make the turn. And, you know, I think the problem is he's not turning tight enough to get back down the next row. So, like I said, we might just have to do this ourselves, which is not real fun, but it just means we'll, you know, we'll just have to do it. Let's see what happens here. See, now this I think is a good idea. But I think he's, well, let's just see. Sometimes doing that tighter turning radius will be what the doctor ordered. Nope, see, he's going past that point. Alright, let's stop him. He's just a waste of money. Oop. So we'll do this ourselves. So let's close this, and we'll get this going, and this going. Get this fairly straight so it has a chance. So let's auto adjust. We got 6.7. Shrink the offset a bit. I really need to get that nice and straight, I think. Let's go over here and get it nice and straight. Just drive straight ahead for a bit till that thing evens out. There you go. See how that changed it significantly? So 6.4, I want to take that down. 6.2, we'll try that. And we'll leave that offset. It's not much of an offset on this thing, so... fact, since this row seems to not be done right, we'll pick up right here. But looking down over the other end of the field, and this guy is ready to go. I'm not going to get him before he stops. So we've got a lot of manual work to do in this field, but we'll get it done. We'll just keep going. Get it done as we can. Get him going in that other big field over there, even though that's wheat, which is a lot more labor intensive to unload. Need to get, I don't know if we need to unload this trailer or not. I think I'll hold off because we might get all the rest of this harvest in this one trailer load. Might not, but we'll see when we get to the end. Alright, let's get this guy out of the way, and I think I'll do another fertilization row. As I can. Row or two, get that done and out of the way, and free up that tractor for now. Well, do I care if that tractor's free? I don't know. Well, let's cut it off right here, and I will just put a real quick splice in the video, leave that guy running, and I will see you in the next episode. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.